Homegrown Radio. Real 92.3.
All right, we back at it. Homegrown Radio. Chuck Dizzle, DJ head up
West
in here.
Coast.
The last time we saw this lovely young lady was when she was 17, man. Yeah, you don't remember. It was
She
a
don't
while
remember
back.
that.
Yeah.
I really, honestly.
It was long time ago.
Okay.
You crashed our server. Well, not just you and the sisters.
You and your sisters
Westbrooks.
came to our studio in Signal Hill.
It was a while
Oh
back.
my
It was
goodness,
like-
I don't recall.
Yeah. It was.
We crashed it?
Yeah. Y'all. I mean,
It was motherfuckers waiting in the chat room for y'all to show up for like 3 hours
the
before
show started at 9.
Well, that's a good thing.
People were in the chat room like at 6.
Shout
like,
out to them.
Where they at? Where they at? India Love in the building with us right now. It's good
Hey.
to see you again.
Good to see you as well. Happy to be here.
Absolutely, man. You got the bubbly all in here too. Doing a celebration.
Yeah, of course. My new single just came out,
There
so
it is. There it is.
there
Plug
it
your
is.
shit.
Shout out to Trouble.
Trouble
Go get
videos
that.
out too and all that.
Yes,
Now-
videos
now,
out.
For you, one thing that I did gather years back, and I mean, you can tell me and update me if it's still true. Do you consider yourself a shy person?
I do. It's very much a challenge for me to overcome that side of me that I feel like it's a good thing that I'm trying to, but to answer your question, yes.
Entertainment business. The cameras are always on. The lights are always on. How do you overcome that and still venture off into something that the lights and the cameras are still going to continuously be on you? You know what I mean?
Right. I feel like it's very uncomfortable, but I have to get kind of comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Right.
I'm trying to, break down these new layers of myself. I'm only 22, so I'm just trying to find out what really I am and what I want to do in life. And so I'm just taking it on as a challenge to, just try to become more of what God put me here to be. I don't want to.
You find it more difficult to like grow up in the spotlight?
Very much so. I feel like I'm under a microscope. Like, I make mistakes and everything just like any other, young girl would. But since I'm on this, microscope and I feel like everybody's watching me, it's like 10 times more whatever. Right. So it's very hard to deal with. But
isn't that what you want though? Like you want that, not necessarily the negative attention, but don't you want that spotlight?
I look at it as me being a walking example for, the youth or whoever is looking at me, because I've been through a lot of stuff. I made a lot of mistakes, but I feel like I am here to just be the person to be like, yo, even though this happened to me, I'm here doing other things and I'm, on some positive new shit, and shit happens. I was a young lady and, I make mistakes and I'm here to grow through it and, do my thing.
At 17, what was it that India Love said she wanted to do?
17, I don't think I had the,
Because when the cameras on, when the show was going on, did you feel like, okay, this is something that I want to be into? Or was
I more so wanted to be a model.
Got you, okay.
That was where my head was at. And then, as the reality show and everything came about, showing my personality was very hard because on reality TV, they kind of monitorize and get to edit out whatever they want. So it kind of made me come off on a bitchy side, I would say.
That is like, fuck.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly how I felt.
That had you looking crazy.
Exactly. See, so that's how I kind of like shied away from that, because I just felt,
I ain't gonna do shit.
I got into it was just a very hard, difficult time because I was very young. I was, really early in my teens. So it was just like, I don't know how to switch that role into becoming like on TV on a global scale. Then I'm really like in high school every day doing like regular shit. So it was a challenge, but I wouldn't say I'm against doing it again. It's just I have to be real, cautious of how they portray me to be on TV.
We'll get another season of the
Maybe. We'll see.
Y'all filming right now?
Maybe.
Lights and cameras might be on. Now, for you, when did the music come into play? Like, was it always an interest even when you were modeling, or was it like something that was kind of introduced to you?
It was kind of one of those things where it was an opportunity that was presented, and I would be crazy to say no because of who it was, which is Will.I.Am. Okay. Shout out to him. He's amazing. It just I started out being the brand ambassador for his Apple headphones called Buttons in Apple stores worldwide. If you guys want to go get them.
I like that.
And then he sat me down like 2-3 weeks later and was like, I see more in you that you see in yourself maybe, and I would possibly love to take that out of you and bring it out.
Get this money. Like,
right, yeah. Like, and I'm just like, my shy side kicked in and I just took a step and I'm like, okay. But then I was just like, fuck it. Like, I'm just going to try it because, why not?
Yeah.
And I did. And I literally got in the booth that night and he put me in there and I made my first song, Loco, which is on, YouTube.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, it was literally that same night he it's
like, look,
crazy.
we're gonna get you in the booth. We're gonna
I was
make
so
some shit.
nervous. I was so
Now,
nervous.
for you, when it comes to that, is it a situation where you're hands on in terms of like lyrics and all that, or they have everything kind of set up?
Right now, Will is writing and producing most of my records, and if he's not doing it, he's setting somebody up to do it. But I'm trying to learn how to do that because I have so many stories. I want to be able to express myself, and I'm trying to learn that side of the music. But I'm all for it.
So you're okay with like people writing and coming together, ranking records together? And
Yeah, right now I am. Yeah, I don't see a problem with it.
No, because you know that there's a conversation that's always around as far as ghostwriting, people writing like not how, especially with hip hop. I mean, songs and music is completely different when it comes to like the pop and R&B. But with hip hop, we were just talking about this the other day. Can you be a GOAT? Can you be the greatest if somebody writes your own shit? What do you think about that? Like in terms of hip hop specifically,
can anybody in the top 5 be top 5
if they don't write their own? That's a hard one because if you want to be technical, it's the person who's writing it.
Right.
But then also maybe it has a lot to do with the delivery and like how the person is in the song. So it's kind of really hard question to answer.
I said the same thing about, because the argument was about Drake, and I was saying that Drake is in the top 5, and people hate when I say that. I take a lot of slander on this radio station because Drake is top 5, and even though he may not have written a couple of the songs or a lot of the songs. Who knows? Kanye, same thing. He's in my top 5, but you can't say it like Drake. I know,
right? It's delivery, the cadence, right?
But see, here's the thing. When I think when it comes down to artists, yes, top 5 artists, yes. When you say MCs, I think that's where the conversation kind of goes into. It's like, all right, well, you can't be an MC if you don't write your own shit.
Right.
I don't know.
MC is a big difference, I would say.
Exactly. So if you say artist, okay, I got you. You say MC, it's a whole different question.
So
because the artist would be a total package,
Exactly.
I would feel like.
The artist is where you get
and then the
Drake
MC is
put it
like
out there.
really what
Exactly.
I get what you're trying to say.
See?
I respect you though. I respect the fact that you like are you open to having that dialogue. Like you open to having people come in and be like, no, I know I can't do it.
Right.
So
right.
I need people to come do it.
Absolutely. I don't have no
like
shame
that.
in that at all.
Yeah, people run away from that shit. I'm like, just
shy away from it. Yeah,
No, not at all.
Right. And especially if you're willing to learn how to do it.
Right.
Too. And
That's
something
exactly.
That
It's very much a process. Yeah.
Now I want to ask you about as far as music, right? Do you feel like music is something that a lot of people like influencers and shit just jump into because it's easy? Because I feel like that happens a lot, but I don't know if that's the case with you.
I think they think it's easy,
Right?
But I don't think it's as easy as what they think it is. I think it's easy to put out a song right now. It's very much you SoundCloud, everything, you have those streaming things.
Right.
But are you asking me if that was what my vibe was?
You,
okay.
I don't think
So it's just like specific question though. I'm trying to get.
The question is, do you feel like people feel like it's easy to just do music and that's why they do it, or do you feel like it's always a passion thing?
I don't feel like it's always a passion thing with everybody. And I do feel like a lot of people are doing it because it's a wave right now. And a lot of people think that, since Cardi B or whoever did it, they can do it. So I feel like everybody can do it, but it's really about like the real consistency and passion you have behind it and the team that is willing to, develop that artist. So, yeah. I think that kind of answers it.
Yeah, I feel that.
I'm sitting here looking at her tattoos, trying to do the math on her neck. Like,
how you know it was a math thing?
I'm thrown off. I see the math. I'm like,
because I lined. I don't know how many I have, but it's crazy that you said math because I lined the alphabet up with the numbers.
Word.
And I made a little like code, so you did have to kind of do a little math.
Okay,
in that.
What does that mean?
It says you can't break me, be happy, but in numbers.
Get the fuck out of here. So
you can't break me, be happy.
That's a lot of thinking though. Like,
I'm a deep person. I like to,
like 25 carat to 15.
It does look like
what does 75 mean?
That math, you know what I'm saying?
It's okay. I wasn't either in high school. I really wasn't. I wish I was. I wish I'd paid attention, but it's okay.
Now,
never too late.
Speaking of school, if you could, like, let's say you continue the education in terms of like college and shit like that, what do you feel like you would be doing now if you were still in school?
Well, if I did go to school, I always said I would love to go to study psychology. I wanted to learn how the brain works and why people think the way they think.
That's like my degree.
That's what
Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, really? Did you love it?
I didn't finish.
Okay, that's fine. But did you like it though?
Oh, I love. I'm a cerebral person.
That's
so
really dope. Did you like it?
He's a robot. Let me just tell you first and foremost.
I love
like
that.
Not a human.
Will's like a robot too.
He's not a human. He's not a human being at all. So it's kind of.
That's a good thing.
No, you're not. You're really not. You're You'll get
Not
to
of
find
this
out.
world. That's
Exactly.
cool.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I just think different.
Yeah, it's nothing wrong.
Yeah,
I think
that's
people are
awesome.
Not everybody, but just certain, like, anyway.
But psychology would be the thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
psychology is definitely the thing.
Nice.
Does flat tummy tea really work? Because I got a lot of shit I got to I'm just trying to figure it out.
I would say it varies for different people.
Got you.
Do you think it'll work for me? Like, look at my shit.
She like,
I don't think your stomach is bad.
Man,
I don't.
She good.
Honestly, I don't.
Good, hey.
Honestly, I don't. I'm looking
I
at
see
you
what
right
I-
now.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have a problem with big, so, But anyways.
But if let's just say your nigga came home and was like, hey, babe, I got this flat tummy tea. What's up? Like, is this the wave? Like, if you see your dude taking flat tummy tea.
I would always...
Would that be the wave?
I would always...
Like, you just see it in the back.
encourage the natural route of just working out and doing things of that sort first before we resort to that. But
if an opportunity presents itself, flat tummy tea. Sure.
Shout out to Flat Tummy Tea.
I saw you doing. Y'all work out like as a group. You and your sister.
Sometimes we do, yeah.
Because I follow Morgan a lot, and shout out to Morgan.
Yeah, shout out to Morgan.
She be like on it. She be on
For
that
sure.
shit. And she gangster about her shit.
Yep.
So shout out to Morgan. But
Yes, she's super gangster.
she's
She
super
is.
gangster about this shit. But I saw y'all like working out together and stuff. Do you need that motivation from somebody else, or do you do it on your own too?
I think self-motivation is really, really important. I had to register that in my mind just probably like a year ago. I think that's really important. But having somebody there like your sisters is always, of course, a better, get you more pumped and shit. But I myself like to encourage myself in my mind. I talk to myself in the mirror all the time. I like positive affirmations, things I need to... Exactly.
Sure, yeah.
So, but both. I think both are really important.
I saw something. I read. I think you did. Was it XXL? Mm-hmm. And I saw
years ago.
Yeah, it was a while ago. But something stood out to me, and they were asking you about the Kardashian statement, because I asked Morgan about the same shit, and it was like, you say you don't like the fact that you guys get the comparison of the Kardashian shit, but I feel like a lot of it, like, it's kind of like when you don't see something before. Like, I've never seen no shit like that before in my life. As far as the whole family, rising to fame and wealth and whatnot. And I kind of look at y'all as like, I don't know if it's not the same to me, because they did it a different way.
Right.
But your platform is like, it's a serious platform to have. Do you still feel the same way as you felt like a while ago about that?
Like that I don't like being compared to them?
Yeah.
I was probably in a younger state of mind at that time. I do feel like being compared to them as a family would be... I mean, it is a good thing, but at the same time, I was probably more so saying it wasn't like a thing, because we are all generated from the same parents, like mom and dad. So it was on one of the technical scales. I was like, we can't compare because we're all from the same mom and dad, and they're blah, blah, blah. But they're obviously, of course, a successful family, and everybody is super business-minded. Their mom is... right, yeah. So it's an honor to be, compared to them, of course. But,
I feel like y'all family, too. Like, I like to see that.
Yeah.
I like to see minorities.
The family dynamic, yeah.
I like to see that because I really haven't seen that since Bill Cosby?
Yeah.
Like a real family.
Ours is more of a hustle. Like, we're all on the same grind to get to the top and to just, as a family, make our mark, the Westbrooks type.
Now, when there is a weak link in the family, so to speak, let's just say somebody's not carrying their weight at the time, who's the one that's going to step up and say, look, you got to get your shit together. Let's, rally up the family and kind of, pull the troops together?
Probably my dad. My dad don't play when it comes to people not being...
Like
who he reminds me of?
Who?
And this is... now we see it, but he reminds me of... Without the negative connotation, he reminds me like a LeVar Ball. Our shit together,
very much so. Yeah, I would agree with that.
For sure.
Yeah, he would too. He likes him too. But
he likes LeVar.
Yeah.
LeVar is like...
He on it, yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
I could really see that.
Just don't fuck it up. Like, just
put my dad in front of a TV again is going to be trouble. He still talks about it from 2015.
Yeah.
He's like, they stopped me at Starbucks today. They knew who I was. I'm like, oh my God. Stories every day.
He got used to that shit yet.
No. And it's been years still.
So he'll just be at Walmart and just be
He'd be like, they knew I was your dad.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Do you get stopped all the time as far as like, I know obviously people know who you are, but Are you ever that person where it's like fuck, like I'm just trying to eat my waffle with my strawberry?
I honestly really try to take pictures and to speak to any and everybody that speaks to me and tries, to take pictures of me. But sometimes I have those days, and if I'm in a rush, I'll really just say, I appreciate you guys, but I'm really in a rush right now. I try to do the sweetest possible, but there's never going to be a time where I say no. I'm always open to taking pictures, spending that time. I honestly, it really isn't.
So you mean to tell me there's no one that you've curved?
I didn't say that. I said there's never going to be a time where I say no. Where I just say, can I take a picture of you? Am I going to say no? I'm never going to say that.
You'll find a way to say, hey, like,
I'm very sweet. And if I'm in a rush, I'll tell you straight up. I'm never going to be like, oh, just no. I'm not that person.
I kind of feel like either way, just like I said, the kind of platform that you all have, there's going to be people that's going to be mad no matter what.
Yeah, but they really have to understand that, like, they have to put themselves in our position. Yeah, like, if it's the other way around, nobody wants to really stop when they're in the middle of doing
I'll be honest, look.
In the bathroom, like, come on. Like, there's certain restrictions we got to stop here.
Near as on as you are.
Nowhere near.
Nowhere near.
He probably is. He probably is.
Not even close.
No. I still shop
far away.
I still shop at the Carson Mall, right?
Stop it.
So
I do too.
You know what?
I still shop at the Carson Mall, right? And
me too.
I mean,
right?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm just saying,
I shop at the Avalon Swap Meet.
When somebody sees me in there, and it's on some like radio shit or just something, whatever, I feel away. I'm like, damn, I'm with the wife or I'm with my kid, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I
feel that.
Only imagine
y'all bougie.
to the no, hold on, let me get it right.
I wouldn't say bougie.
Hold on, let me put it in his world because again, he's robot.
All right, let's do it.
So somebody approaches you in a DJ booth about music, right? How do you feel about that?
That's different though.
Hold on, right? How do you feel when somebody gives your mom music to play?
I laugh.
Nah, fuck that. What did you say a couple of podcasts ago?
I told my mom, don't take no mixtapes.
Exactly.
That's different though. I just got my mom a crib, and so the neighbors kind of like know who, like, you know what I'm saying, who, like, what's going on with my shit. So I told her, don't be taking no CDs. Like,
my point is, we nowhere near as on as that, and I can only imagine being in that spotlight where people are constantly asking something for you. Whether it could be pictures or one thing, but I can imagine it just being to the extent where it's like you could have that one day where you like, dude, I just don't feel like being seen by nobody, and
that's where you wear all black, put a hat on, put your hood on, and just walk right.
They know it's you.
Sometimes, if I hide this hand tattoos, they won't know. They will know if they see this hand. It's over.
So when do you understand though that you don't belong to yourself anymore? Like you kind of belong to the public, not the public like in a sense of like not like slavery. I'm saying like in the sense that like
okay.
I can like
especially going down this path of music.
What is the word? Yeah, no, music for sure. As being an artist, I know that I have to be more open and just, give myself to the people who support me and all that stuff. But as far as like, I can give restrictions on my life in certain areas and, try to go that route as much as I can.
I feel that.
Yeah.
Do you curve like, I know you've got to field men the same way. Do you curve men nice or like how do you tell them, how you turn a guy down?
Like in person? Yeah. Like if they come up to me and they try to talk to me and I don't want to speak to them?
Yeah.
I'll just probably be like,
you do that?
I'm sorry.
Motherfucker.
Cold shoulder?
Kinda. Because I don't want to say like, I don't want to be that person where I'm very
Have you ever told a guy to his face that he was ugly?
No. I don't think anybody's ugly. Honestly, I feel like everybody has their own cuteness to them. You find it. You can. Definitely. Definitely.
What's cute about DJ Head?
You stupid.
Stop it. Stop it.
You know what I'm saying?
I like your hat.
Yeah. That's a killer hat you got from Liz for $30. You know what I'm saying? You killing that snapback.
You guys, I cannot.
When she did it too, she's like, I don't
know what she was talking about.
Do you actually check your DMs and stuff like that?
Now I do more so because people send me videos of them singing my song, Trouble. Oh. So, I got to check the DM and post it on my Insta story. So, yeah. But, the ones that be blurred out, that be like, this, I don't, deny, decline.
What is going on here?
Yeah.
Because who was I talking to? I was talking to somebody, and I was asking her, because she's like the same type of thing. Like, I know she got to field a lot of bullshit out of her DMs. And she said, no, she screenshot them and sent them in the group chat.
Oh.
Like, I'm like, whoa.
Damn.
I'm like,
I don't go that far.
No,
but she probably has those types of friends. I don't know, whoever it is. Oh my dad's calling me.
Hey, pull it on. No,
you stupid. Go ahead.
No, say it.
Now I was gonna ask, did 50 Cent's son really try to holler at you
on that red carpet?
Yeah,
I think that stayed there. I don't know. I didn't check my DM after to see or anything.
Now, if you what?
No, I'm just saying, like,
if you were to collaborate with somebody who you in like on a music level, I know this has happened going down this path of music because a lot of my female friends do the same thing. They'll go to the studio thinking that the guy want to work, and then they try to holler at you. Have you experienced that yet in this business?
No, I only go in the studio with Will so far.
Oh, that's dope.
I'm only in the studio with him strictly. Strictly Will.
Man, that's a bar.
That's got to be.
He's my engineer.
I don't work with nobody else.
What do you take from him? Like those kind of experiences when you're in the studio with him, like.
He's amazing.
I know it's a lot to kind of deal with, not in a negative sense, but like it's just a lot. Like it's a lot, like being with somebody that talented.
Yeah, but he makes me feel really comfortable when I'm behind the booth and like he's on the other side, and if I'm doing my shit and I feel like I sound stupid, he'd be back there like really jumped up, like he'd be pumped and turned. So I'm like, okay, and then he'll let me know if I'm making a mistake or like he'll really, but in a really nice way. Like it's just not. He takes it really slow with me, so I think I'm really more appreciative of that part. Like we have to loop shit, like maybe like 4 to 6 bars at a time. He's really patient. Like he takes the time out to do that for me. I know he has a lot of other stuff he can do. So shout out to him.
There's nothing wrong with that either.
Yeah.
Like I said, if you're
he's down for the process.
Down for the process.
Yeah, exactly.
You're about learning how to do it too, man. That's cool.
Yeah,
I need those kind of patience. Like
right. No, me too. I'm learning from him. Trust me. Trust me.
I feel like a Jedi. Like. At this music,
he's somebody that's not of this world.
No joke,
for sure.
What you call it? What was I gonna ask you? Okay. So, would you do a song with Lil Yachty?
Yeah.
Do you know that Lil Yachty was claiming you?
Claiming me?
He was like, "That's my girlfriend." Did you know that?
Yeah, that was like a long time ago, right?
No, I know that, but we had Yachty pull up, right, and I was asking him about certain people that he wanted to work with, and he gave big props to what's her name? What's Danielle? Bad Baby.
I love Bad Baby.
You're a fan of Bad Baby?
Yeah, Danielle. That's her name. Yeah, that's my homegirl.
I don't know how to say the last name. I'm gonna fuck that up.
Bad Baby. Call her Bad Baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe, do you feel like collaborating with certain people in that vein, like Bad Baby? I don't know. I mean, you're a fan of her music, but I feel
that's really the homegirl though. Like
a lot of people don't take her music serious. Do you ever feel like people treat you the same way?
Yeah.
What's your reaction to that?
I feel like consistency is the best way to shut that down. When people really just don't take you serious, they can't help but to take you serious if you really consistently are dropping your own shit. In my case, with a visual every time. I'm never gonna put out a song without a visual. Yeah, I feel like I'm more of a visual person. Right. And I feel like being an artist is just one form of different, things that I have to offer. So I'm just going to keep hitting them, like I said, with consistency. I don't really mind them not taking me serious right now because I feel like, I'm not going anywhere. I know I'm not going anywhere. Right. So it's just one of those things.
Early in the game.
Exactly. I'm only 22. I never want to overexpose myself. Right. So even now, I try not to post as many Instagram pictures and try not to do all that stuff because I'm very young and I don't want to burn my shit out. Like,
do you think it's important right now, or do you think it's even necessary? Right? Because you just touched on a good point. You're dropping visuals, right, with the songs. Do you think, how important is it to even drop an album at this point?
Honestly, it wasn't in my, mind frame as an artist right now because I just don't feel like myself. It's where I want to go.
Yeah. Some people don't pressure themselves as far as doing it, but I'm saying overall, like, I don't even think you need an album. I just think that you need to just keep hitting. I mean,
probably right now in this generation, you don't need an album. Right. I think a lot of people do it more so for the story behind it, and it's kind of like a routine thing. Everybody's used to doing that as an artist, but I don't feel like it's needed.
Right. I just feel like the way people consume music now, it's not even that. Because the thing, what happens is the other side of that is, let's say you come up with this body of work. Right. You drop an EP, you drop something. They're going to ask, what's the next shit coming out? It's like, well, what the fuck? If I continue to just drop visual, that's less work, less stress, and you're still giving the fans something that they want from a perspective of how they consume actually the music.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
I want to know, what's the worst date you ever been on? Where it was
date?
You don't have to say who it is, just What made it the worst day?
I'm curious.
I don't want to know who it is.
Worst date. I don't get taken on any bad dates, you know. I would say it would go bad when guys, you know. I'm trying to think of a time because I haven't been on a date in a while.
Let's do this then. What's the best date you've been on?
The best date?
Like, all right,
we went to Paris.
Yeah, I went out the country.
Yeah, see what I'm saying?
And it was amazing.
I ain't never had no shit like that.
Yeah. Word.
Maybe I'm dating wrong.
I think I was in the. I'm not gonna say.
Ah, here you go.
I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say.
I'm trying to. Can we rewind the tape? I'm trying to see if she said news. I think it was a news something. All right.
What was the question? I can't think of a bad date that I've been on.
Let's go back to the first question.
Yeah, please.
You can't think of a bad date?
Mm-mm.
Damn. That's an incredible track record.
That's amazing.
I've been on terrible dates.
Like, what's a bad date? Like, tell me one of your experiences.
Something about, like, she needed some shit to go for her mom and her niece. Like, so
she had to leave?
We had to order extra food so she could take it to the house. But, like it was crazy. Like, she was like, yeah, she just started ordering shit. She didn't even tell me. She just like, yeah, this is for my niece.
Oh.
And my mom, she started packing shit up to go.
Oh.
I'm like, what's going on?
Oh, yeah, that's...
You know, so nothing crazy like that.
No, I can't think of anything like that. Mm-mm.
She's like, no.
All my days been fly.
Yeah, hella fly.
Damn.
I only go on fly dates.
So how do you handle the bullshit? We talked about a lot of the great shit that happens. You know what I'm saying? How do you handle the bullshit when obviously there's headlines and things of that nature, different stories that come about you that's very, 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 I would say, very personal. How do you handle it as a woman first and foremost, and then the brand of India Love?
I learned more so to ignore it more so. I was a young woman when a lot of headlines about me that have happened when I was like 17, 18, as I was in my young teens, I would say. Right. Now that I'm 22, I honestly only can say, I look back and reflect on my mistakes. I know what I've done wrong. I'm not, perfect. I know nobody's perfect. And I don't know. I just feel like I was dating around. There's a lot of things about me dating a lot of people here and there. I'm just like any young woman would off the platform of being somebody in this world. I'm dating around trying to see who... I'm very much a relationship person. Right. If you guys didn't know, I was in like a full-blown high school sweetheart situation. I was with him my whole high school years. And then we broke up when I was in 12th grade. Damn. But he broke up with me. He broke up with me.
I don't believe that.
Hold on.
I don't believe that. Come on.
Hold on.
On everything I love. Let me tell you what happened. I'll tell you what happened. I don't care.
Please.
I will tell you what happened.
What's his name, first of all?
Ron Robinson. Okay,
Ron,
I don't care. Shout out to Ron. He knows. I don't care. I don't care.
Okay, so what
we're
happened?
Cool to this day, so I don't care. Whatever.
High school sweetheart.
Senior year. He gets to graduate early because he had all his credits and he's going to UCLA for football. Okay. So he graduated like yes. Gotcha. Okay, so he literally, and I mean literally, had a conversation with me where he said, "I'm going to college and
I'm be on."
Basically. Yeah. But let me tell you the words though. Let me tell you the words he used. Mind you, I was with him since the summer of 9th grade. So basically like since 9th grade. My whole until high school. So I take it very offensive that he did this to me because it was just crazy.
She got her chest out.
He said, I'm going to high school and there's gonna be girls that want to do my yes, I'm going to college and there's gonna be girls that want to do my homework, that are gonna do my laundry, and I would rather break up with you now so that I won't have the temptation to cheat on you or anything of that sort. So I'm just letting you know here that it's done.
He said that to you? He said
that to me. No, it was a phone conversation. It was a phone conversation.
You got to do that over the phone.
No, it was a phone conversation.
You got to do that over
UCLA.
He played football for UCLA. Okay.
So he was an athlete. He knew what was about to start happening.
He thought he knew. It didn't happen. He came running right back to me.
How soon?
Very soon.
First year?
Very soon. I think it was...
Year?
It might have been the first year.
Fucked up like, damn.
Yeah, it was still the first year.
This shit getting hot.
You can't.
Damn, dog.
He played himself in that situation. He knows that.
India.
He knows that.
So
I'm not saying anything.
let me ask you this. Let's play this out.
India.
Let's really play this out.
Let's play this out.
All right.
Oh,
You're a
right.
relationship person, right? I get that.
Very much so.
So, at that point, how many boyfriends did you have
After?
before? Well, no, because you guys were high school sweethearts, right? So I'm assuming that you didn't really deal with anybody before that.
No, I wasn't really boy crazy in middle school like that. Like,
So, playing devil's advocate, you're with this guy your whole high school, I was going to say career, I guess, whatever, your high school time.
he broke my heart.
He broke your heart. Let's just say you guys
she
stayed
went on a
together.
rampage
Let's just say
after
you guys stayed together. You don't think there would be any inkling in your mind to say, damn, this guy is great, but I need to explore my options and kind of see if this is somebody that I want to be with down the line.
You said, was that my thought process?
Yeah. What, do you,
It may have been a blessing in disguise.
Let's just say you at this point, you guys are still together a few years after that. Mm-hmm. And there's things going on. You're traveling. You're doing all these other things.
Right.
In your mind, you don't think there's anything in your mind that would say, damn, I kind of want to explore to see if he's going to be the right one forever.
Honestly,
Because let's say he proposed.
She was young.
he did propose.
He proposed when?
He proposed?
Time out. This is getting good. Camera back up. My bad. Hold on.
Oh
this
no, Ron, if you hear this, I'm sorry for telling.
Oh, my bad. Okay, so he
So,
proposed.
he proposed. When I was dating somebody else.
Of course. See, that's just to get her back.
After
I know
high school.
that play. Everybody runs that play.
It was a ring and everything. It wasn't just like a.
Oh, shit.
And, I mean, obviously you turned him down.
He let me keep the ring.
He let you keep the
tripped.
ring?
Hey, Ron, swing the camera.
India, you got to get the ring back. You still got the ring.
No, I gave it back to him. I gave it back to him because
you
the
kept
person
it
I
for a
was
while,
dating
though.
at the time wasn't going for that. Like, I had to tell him the situation and blah, 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 da, da, da. So, whatever. Long story short, Ron has his ring back. He still has it. We are still good to this day.
I'm sorry. I'm
You
very
know.
interested in this. What would make him want to propose after the fact?
He realized he fucked up. What do you
He realized he
mean?
fucked up, but in his mind, like, why? You guys would still have to kind of go on dates.
Bro,
and kinda
he
fuck
saw
around.
her out here living her
I
best
get
life.
that, but okay, are you entertaining them at that point though?
No, I wasn't. It wasn't
So,
like
exactly.
he was speaking to my sisters and asking them like what should he do, speaking to he's really close to my family, so I think that's where.
Like Ron,
Speaking of which,
Yeah.
how old is Crystal?
Crystal is 2 years older than me, so if I'm 22, she's 24.
All right, bet.
Why you want to know?
Huh? I want you to FaceTime Crystal for me after we finish this.
Oh,
What are you
goodness.
doing?
Crystal has a boyfriend.
She has a boyfriend?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Well, next
What
question.
if I propose?
So, okay.
Oh, goodness.
For you, what do you think out of all the stories, right?
Mm-hmm.
That popped up about you? What for you, which one was the hardest one to get over?
They're all really.
There has to be one that's over the other one and say, you know what, all the other ones I can shrug off, but this one was a little more difficult.
All of them. They all hurt to the core. I'm very, very sensitive, like very sensitive. So when anything negative or like rumors, whatever, come out, I like literally shut down. Sometimes I get depressed. Sometimes I don't know how to cope with it. I learned how to like ignore it and not read into it and read the comments and really all that stuff. But I'm so sensitive. So it's really, really all of them are like touchy and I don't like to, speak on it, but I know that they're lessons and, stuff happens for a reason.
That's good that you think about it like that. Because a lot of people like retreat into their shell and kinda
Yeah. Yeah, I used to be there.
Sometimes a headline can really break a person.
Absolutely.
Like I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
I've seen a lot, especially in the entertainment business, where you kind of be on an island a lot of the times. It really just be you and your thoughts. So when stuff does happen, do you go to your family for support, or do you like really just retreat internally?
I go to my mom first. My mom's always
Your mom's the first phone call.
Yes,
That's
my mom
what's
is always team me, and no matter what, if it's the worst of the worst or whatever the case may be, she's always gonna figure out how to turn it into a positive, into a lesson. But when I'm really to myself, that's probably why I have so many tattoos. I'm going through it inside, and I'd be really, really sad inside, and I feel like I want to feel that pain on the outside. Right. So sometimes I resort to tattoos and get little stuff here and there to feel that pain that I'd be going through. So
Have you ever tried therapy and stuff like that?
Yeah, I like therapy. I only went when I was doing the show in 2015, but I do want to get back into. I need therapy actually.
Yeah, nothing wrong.
Yeah, for
nothing
sure.
Wrong with that at all.
I have no shame. I definitely need it.
For what specifically do you think?
I be feeling like I go through a lot, like as a female, and just I try to portray this super confident whatever person, but I have my own insecurities. I go through shit every day. I'm going through like hard adulting pains. I'm just now starting to get the whiff of like how it really is being a real adult. I got taxes and all this shit coming at me. I'm like, hell no. I'm like, Dad, why didn't you tell me none of this shit? I turned to my dad like, wow.
Yeah.
So you just gonna let this shit hit me right in the face, huh? But yeah, I mean, everything's just a growth process for me, and I'm just learning day by day, I guess.
So for Ron that's listening right now, are you single now?
I am single.
How long you been single?
For, I would say, a year. No, probably a little less than a year.
It's over for Ron. He don't got no action.
I never said that.
Boom.
I love Ron.
You in there, bro.
I never said that.
So, okay, thank you. So why not just give? I'm not leaving this shit alone. So why not just give him that shot then? If in your mind he's potentially the one, why not just buckle down and say, all right, you know what? Yeah,
That's very possible. I might see what's up.
Ron
Ron knows I love him.
Ron,
like, what are y'all doing?
shoot your shot, Ron.
Ron, now is the time. Man, you better pull up like Steph Curry. You know what I'm saying?
Bring that ring back.
West Coast. Man, I'm good.
No, but I do want to just touch on one more thing, man. I think that whatever situations pop up from the past to the future, own that shit.
Absolutely.
Right? Own that shit.
Absolutely.
Because nowadays,
I say you own it too.
be transparent with everything. Fuck shying away from it. Because things is going to happen. People see it. The social media, everybody sees what the fuck is going on.
I agree 1,000%.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Was your mom the first call when the TMZ shit happened?
Yeah. No, actually, the first call was to try to do some damage control and try to see if we can stop the story from happening. Because I felt like it was a setup in my, whatever. So I was just trying to stop it before it happened, and it just happened.
I like that you said your mom's is the first call, though. That's powerful.
Because my mom has the power of prayer. Like, my mom will pray something and it'll happen, like, right then and there. She's like, I would say she's a prophet, so.
Really?
She's amazing.
She tell me what the Powerball numbers are?
You think she'll probably, shoot at that. Yeah.
This damn calling Crystal called mom.
I'm dead.
Now, the year can't end. Well, I'm sorry. One more. No, we do this question now because I like what we did with the last podcast with Azizi Gibson. Right? What's your fucking number?
Oh, there we go. Fucking number.
What the fuck is that?
She said, "What? Okay,
Explain.
That sounds crazy to a woman." The fucking number is you'll tell everybody what you think about everything. No filter. Like, what's the number? What's the amount of money you have to have where you just let the world feel and hear exactly what you got to say at all times? No filter about anything.
The amount of money?
Basically, like, because the potential for you to not be able to produce more money in the business. Like, for me, my fucking number would be like 50 million. Like, if I had 50 million, I would tell everybody the truth about how I feel about everything and wouldn't hold no punches about nothing. Be politically incorrect and just say whatever. What's India Love's fucking number?
I don't think I have a fucking number.
Really? I don't think she's that person on the inside. She's a softie. She got this bad motherfucker on the outside, but she's a softie.
I think I'm more so of both. Right. I think I'm more so of both. Yeah. So but I don't think there's a
bad motherfucker like what you cut somebody on the drive-through for not giving you extra barbecue sauce.
No.
Or like
no way.
Or like Ron got you fucked up proposing to you when you was in a relationship.
No. I'm just
I got more questions.
I'm just trying to figure it out because I don't know. We want to get to know you.
So what do you want to know again? I didn't get that question.
Basically, well, he went to your fucking number. You say you don't have a fucking number.
I don't really have a fucking number.
Okay, why not? And it's because that's not who you are.
Because in order to just speak what I want to speak and just do what I want to do, I mean, I feel like I do that. I wouldn't say I do that now because, but I honestly don't feel like a number, like a amount of money would do that for me because then you're always going to want more business opportunities and you're always going to want more of those things. So
why though? Why would you want more business opportunities?
You said what business opportunity?
Why would you want to have more business opportunities?
He's saying if you had a number.
Are you ever going to be like satisfied? Yeah, with fulfilled with like money like that, or do you ever feel like there's always going to be
something more,
growth for more, like room for more?
Gotcha.
I don't really feel like there's going to be like, okay.
I like this India.
Thank you.
I'm very impressed.
Sweet. I appreciate
because
it.
The thing is, like, I'm not saying that everybody has a predetermined notion of who different people are, especially when you're an observer.
Absolutely.
And you watch it. But the fact that it seems like you're way more comfortable with who you are than the person I was watching even a year ago.
Yeah, that's very true. I had to figure out who I really was, and then I had to speak it into existence. I have a lot of self-doubt situations going on where I like put myself down in my thoughts, but I have to speak it out loud so I can let it register in my mind. So yeah, I feel like self-love is very, very important. And that's even in my next song, Talk Your Shit. It's going to come out in September.
Talk Your Shit.
Talk Your Shit. That's what my song's called.
It's inspired by? Just
how you guys say you want to just say how you feel and just go on and vent. That's what that was about. Even though I didn't write this record, I inspired a lot of the things that were said, and I have my own little parts in there where I kind of freestyle what I wanted to say about self-love and things of that sort. So yeah, I think that's
Now the year can't end without India Love doing what? What's one thing that's on your list? Since we're speaking shit into existence.
Okay, right, let's speak this into existence. I have this in my mind.
Have her put that through.
Okay, listen. I have this. I want to make a learn book, right? And I work really closely with these girls at this group home. They're called the Dreamcatcher Foundation. Oh. And I want to, it's like, have you ever seen Mean Girls that have like a burn book? And it's like
I know about the show, but I don't know about this.
It's a movie. Yeah. It's one of my favorite movies. No, it's one of my favorite movies. They have like a burn book. It's like all negative things about people. I want to do a learn book for the girls that are in like group homes and things of that sort who just want to get comfortable with being there and need advice and things. Kind of like a magazine, but more so just a lot of information and things that they need to know, or kind of just make them feel more comfortable where they are. So I'm working on that. I really want to get that done before the end of the year is over. So I'm speaking that into existence now.
I love that.
Shout out to the Dreamcatcher Foundation because, I'm going to start there and grow from there.
Any chance you hop on the dirt bike? And
yeah, we were raised riding dirt bikes and stuff.
No, I'm saying by yourself. I haven't seen you do it.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Morgan taught me how to do it, but then I don't go on it for so long. I need to refresh my memory.
You ain't got rough hands, do you?
No, mine's really soft.
Girls that ride dirt bikes.
Morgan's hands are nice.
You got her?
I've seen her hands.
Have you held her hands?
I've touched her hand before.
Okay. Let me just make sure. Let me see.
He just want to touch you. You married.
They cool. They
calm the fuck down, Chuck Business.
Making sure.
They cool. They cool.
I'm single. You married.
Shut the fuck up.
What the fuck is wrong with
else you want the people to know? Anything that you want to, anything you want to clear up? Anything that for the people that don't know who India Love is? Anything else you want to address or talk about that we haven't touched in this podcast just yet?
No, I think we touched a lot of stuff, but I do want to let everybody know I'm coming out with a single and visual every month. Okay. Consistently. I want them to hold me to that. Get
on your ass if you don't drop something in the next.
Every month I'm going to put out a single and a visual.
Gotcha.
So hold me to that. My visuals are very important. And yeah, be very, very, very stay tuned for my stuff because it's coming.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. I like this India 2.0.
I really, really fuck with you for that.
I'm serious.
Thank you.
I like this India 2.0.
Thank you. I like you a lot too.
India 1.0, she was cool.
She had to find herself a little bit.
I feel you.
Now I'm getting there.
Yeah.
Going to the top.
A lot of people will learn from that.
All right.
And I don't need flat tummy tea for the rest.
She said you never know. You don't know. All right.
The natural route. Go work out.
India Love, appreciate you coming on through.
Thank you so much for having me.
Chuck Dizzle, DJ Head, and we out.
Woo.
When I come over, boy, you in trouble. Beat up on my drum, boy, I'm in trouble. When I go down, boy, you in trouble. I ain't mess around, boy, you in trouble. I'ma love you down on another level. My pussy is the crown, boy, next level. I don't sex around, boy, you special.